Vaishnavamscha Sherupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raganatanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parjana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Sri Vishakanvitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpade Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapakanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Prishabhano Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vanchakalpatrubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhyeva cha Paritanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasari Gaura Bhaktavrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ramo 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 Hare 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 Krishna. So everyone understands English? 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 Fine. All those who speak Hindi, they went to the Shobha Yatra most probably. So Vrindavan, so many activities are going on, so many spiritual activities. Shobha Yatra is there, and of some festival deities we have. And in one place, Kirtan is going on in the house of one Mataji who donated the land, Gita Saraf. And here we assembled to say a few words about deity worship. So yesterday we explained a few words about Panchanga Puja. Everyone remembers Abhigaman, Upadan, Yog, Ijja and Swadhyay. So today we are going to discuss about Ijja, so that means the actual service of the deities. From early morning till late at night, all the seva. So the pujari is ready. He took, for his obeisances to Guru Garanga, Krishna took bath, put on fresh cloth. And he's going to the temple or at home and performing achman for purification and chanting some mantras for purification. And so the first seva in the morning is known as Jagaran Seva. Jagara means to wake up the Lord. That time is given also, usually in our temples, between 3:30 and 3:45 in the major temple, waking up of the deities there. And the specific time in some places also is given 3:36, because according to the scriptures, that is the time when Mahaprabhu or Radha Krishna are waking up, known as Nishanta Lila. Nishanta Lila. In the spiritual realm, Nisha Ant. Nisha means the night, Ant means the end of the night. So in the scriptures, the specific time has been given from 3:36 till 6 o'clock. So the day and night in the spiritual realm is divided in 8 parts, known as Ashtakalya Lila. So the first is known as Nishanta Lila, 3:36 till 6 o'clock. So therefore we wake up the deities at that time in the temple, in the major temple, at home, if possible, At home you can do a little later, no problem. And the eternal pastimes of Radha and Krishna in the spiritual realm, or in this world, in Naimitiki Leela, when Krishna performs his pastimes in this world, or in any of the universe. So, when he's young, of course he's getting up, when he's small boy, he's getting up later. But then, when he's coming to Kishoravasta, then it is just like the eternal pastimes. When he's Kishore means between 7 and 11 years old, or maybe also till 15. One time Prabhupada was in New York and he asked the devotees, when are you waking up the deities? Prabhupada at 3:30. Prabhupada said, it is too early. Krishna is tired from cow herding from the last day. So you should wake him up at 5 o'clock. So when Krishna is small, actually that is on Gopashtami, which we'll celebrate day after tomorrow. That is the first day when Krishna was taking out the calves. He was a small boy, 5 years old. Taking out the small calves, jumping here and there. And there was a ceremony performed, Gopashtami. And then 1 or 2 years later, when he was 7, then he was taking the cows out also. Again on Gopashtami, which is day after tomorrow. There will be a program in the Goshala also, small program. Worship of the cows. At that time also they were worshipping the cow. And the Brahmanas were there giving blessings to Krishna. Although Krishna is the Supreme Lord, but even in the past time, the Brahmanas are there. Wonderful Krishna. He's the Supreme Lord, but he's performing very sweet pastimes in Braj with his associates. So, therefore Prabhupada said, we wake him up at 5 o'clock. So they did for a few days. And then the devotees came to Prabhupada again. But Prabhupada, in all the other temples, we wake up the deities at 3:36, quarter to 20 to 4, quarter to 4. And Prabhupada said, yes, all right. Yes, we can again, you can start at 20 to 4, quarter to 4, to wake up the deities. So when he's smaller, then he's getting up later. But when he's in Kishoravasta, which is actually the eternal age in the spiritual world, then he will get up at 3:40. And that is actually in the Nikunja. Nikunja means somewhere in the forest, because Krishna performed Ras Leela or some pastime with the gopis till 1 o'clock at night, and then he's taking some rest. And then around this time, 3:40, quarter to 4, Vrindadevi is trying to wake up Radha Krishna, telling the parrots, Shuk Sari. Shuk means male, Sari means female. Parrots. And they can talk very nicely, the parrots. Here in this world, parrots, they speak a little bit. Even you can teach them, and we have seen videos, they say, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, oh Krishna, Krishna. Maybe they say, how are you? They can talk a little bit, parrots. Ranga, you have seen parrots talking? You have seen? No? Yeah. But in the spiritual world, they're very expert. So with Krishna, the boys are with Krishna, and the male parrots are with Krishna. The female parrots are with Radharani. So the male parrots, they're glorifying Krishna. So one of the parrots' name is Daksha. Daksha means expert. He's expert at glorifying Krishna. Better than we can do. Because eternal associate. Talking very nicely, oh Krishna is so beautiful and handsome form, and he's wearing always a flute, peacock feather, and he has a flute, and Krishna is most strong, and so he's very beautiful, is glorifying Krishna. And And then the female parrots, they also have a name, all of them. One of them is known as Manju Bhashini. Manju Bhashini. Manju means sweet, Bhashini is talking sweetly, glorifying Radharani. Shobha, auspicious. So they're glorifying Radha and Krishna, the parrots. But Radharani is still a little tired because they took rest late. And she's being embraced by Krishna, so she doesn't want to leave Krishna. She tells the parrot, be quiet. So they are quiet because Radharani is telling them. But then Brinda Devi, she's worried. Because now almost 4 o'clock and the sun will rise very soon. And they have to go home. Radha Krishna. Krishna has to go to Nandagaon and Radharani to Varshana. So there are monkeys there also. But they are very nice. They don't steal anything. They don't steal the glasses like here. They don't steal the fruit bags, or sometimes even the mobile or the bead bag. When Krishna is stealing, then they are there waiting to get something also. But they themselves, they don't steal. And then there again, the male ones are with Krishna more and the females with Radharani. So Krishna's very dear one monkey is there, his name is Dadhi Lobha. Dadhi means yogurt, Lobha means he's very eager to get some dahi, some yogurt. So when Krishna is stealing something, he's always there, ready to get something also, some yogurt or some butter. And so female monkeys are there, one is there. So just like Nanda Baba is a little older, he has a wide beard, Nanda Baba, because he's elder always in the spiritual world. So some monkeys are a little younger, some are a little older. So there's one female monkey, a little older, eternal little older. Her name is Kakati. So Vrinda Devi is telling Kakati, you have to wake up, Radhesham. So she's going near Radhesham and saying, Jatila and Kutila are coming. So the mother-in-law and sister-in-law of Radharani, of the so-called husband, the mother and sister of the so-called husband, Abhimanyu. And immediately the divine couple, they get up and they go back to their home. So that is around this time. So the pujari, of course, so we should hear these pastimes and sometimes you should try to remember pastimes. But then in deity worship, so we do Achman, then we knock on the door or we ring the bell. And then, so usually we chant some mantras also before we enter. In the big temples, many mantras are chanted. So Abhadra. But then at home you may just chant one mantra to wake up the spiritual master or Mahaprabhu in a simple way. So one will go in and then one will offer obeisances. Usually outside, because in front of the deities usually we do not offer obeisances. A little bit of distance. Because after all, they are not just deities who are just standing still, but the Supreme Lord, and they can just walk. That is the mood. They can walk here and there. So we don't offer obeisances right in front. Like if the spiritual master is coming, so the disciple should not just offer obeisances just in front of the spiritual master so he cannot walk ahead, or he almost falls over the disciple. No, it has to be in a little distance. Unless he's standing still, then it's okay. But if he's walking, the disciple should not just offer obeisances right in front of the Guru. Because otherwise he should stop. And why he should stop for the disciple who wants to offer obeisances? So we have to be conscious. Same with the deities. We have to be conscious that they are there. These are not just statues. But Radha Krishna there. But they appear in a form which we can see, and then eventually we can see them as they are. So therefore, from a distance or nearby we offer pranam, And usually from a distance, usually outside the altar, we offer obeisances in the temple. At home, then there's a small room, maybe the deities are there, and then no big issue there, you offer obeisances. So there, waking up the deities, but first you have to wake up the spiritual master. So the spiritual master is there, that is the meditation. And usually picture is there of the Murti is there of Prabhupada, and we wake up Guru first. Although in real life, usually, mostly the Guru is already up, and then the disciple is getting up. Many times the Guru is waking up the disciples in real. But then in deity worship, then photo is there of the Murti of Prabhupada is there, and the disciple. So he has to wake up the spiritual master. Uttishta tishta Sri Guru Tyaja Nidram Kripamoya. My dear spiritual master, please give up your divine sleep. So the mood is there that we are serving the spiritual master, and he's there in the spiritual realm, in Shwetadip, Navadip, or in Golok. In Shwetadip as a young man, in Golok usually, in our Sampradaya, as a Gopi or Manjari. So that we'll explain also, what we have indicated about Guru Puja. So the spiritual master is respected, and we remember him as we know him, like Prabhupada or the present spiritual masters, or like Prabhupada's disciples, Gopakrishna Maharaj, Jayapataka Maharaj, Radha Maharaj. After waking up the spiritual master, or in elaborate worship, we offer the previous acharyas also, we wake up, and especially we are known as Rupanuga Vaishnavas, following Rupa Goswami, as practicing devotee sadhaka, and in Krishna Lila, following Rupa Manjari, who is very dear friend, Gopi, maidservant known as Manjari, Rupa Manjari of Radharani. So, then after we wake up Gonitai, if you have an altar with many deities, Gonitai, like here, Gonitai, Krishna, Radha Shama Sundar, then we wake up Nityananda Prabhu and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Uttista tista Gauranga Jahina Mahaprabhu Subhadisti Paradina Trailokya Mangalam Kuru. So mantras are there, but for those in the temple, the pujaris, they will say these mantras. At home, if one is very busy and doesn't have much time and has to work, the mother has to take care of 2, 3, 4, 5 children, then they cannot learn so much, and then they may just, in their language, just say, please, my dear Lord, you wake up. But if possibly, you may say, in Sanskrit also, in the temple usually we have to say in Sanskrit, the mantra for waking up the deities. So Mahaprabhu, Nityananda Prabhu, then we do Krishna Balaram, and then the gopis, and then Radha and Krishna, Gopa, Gokulananda, Yashodananda, Uttista Radhaya Sadam Pratara Jagatpate. And this way, so respect is shown, and one is touching always the lotus feet first when one is waking up the spiritual master or the deities. We touch the lotus feet, and then they will get up. So the point was that we should remember the pastimes of the Lord. I mean, the deities are there, so we may remember them and their pastimes ultimately. That is the first seva, Jagaran seva. In elaborate worship, they will also offer a branch of the neem tree, datun, because that is usually a traditional way of cleaning the teeth, not with a toothbrush, but you have a little piece of the branch, a twig of a tree, usually the neem tree, or maybe other trees also. Some places in the West they will use eucalyptus tree, one twig. And then you chew on that, and in this way that will cleanse the teeth. And then usually in Indian tradition is that one has a tongue cleaner, jivoleka in Sanskrit, because there's usually something is there on the tongue after the whole day when you eat, and so that is produced from the body. Things are produced from the body which are considered impure, like you have to pass water. So that is coming out of the body, you have to pass stool, and you take bath. So similarly, on the tongue, there's some substance there which is usually cleansed. That is with a tongue cleaner. Anyone has a tongue cleaner? Who has a tongue cleaner? Almost everyone. No tongue cleaner? You have? Ranga, you have a tongue cleaner? So Krishna is also, and usually we have a tongue cleaner of stainless steel or copper. But Krishna is a silver tongue cleaner, or a golden one. So that is offered in elaborate. Of course, at home you may keep it simple. You may do in meditation. That is offered to the Lord. After that, so we may offer Achman for rinsing the mouth, or even before that, Hasta Mukha Prakshalanam. You give some water to wash the hands, Hasta, and Mukha, the mouth or the face. So sometimes also the devotees, they'll get up early morning and they want to chant some japa before, even before taking bath. Even Prabhupada used to get up. Some devotees do, which is okay. And even Prabhupada used to get up early and then used to translate, or Bhaktivinoda Thakur, and later then taking a bath. So Krishna is getting up also, and as explained in the past time in Nikunja, so he's there and he's not taking bath immediately, he goes home. And then when he's home, then Mother Yashoda then he's again going in the bed, in the pastime. And the mother is trying to wake Krishna up. But he's saying, I'm still tired. I don't want to get up now. But then she's saying, no, you have to get up now. I have to take bath. So anyhow, so sometimes you may, so Krishna also, or even Mahaprabhu, sometimes in the morning he will wash his hand and his mouth, and then he will go to take bath in the Ganges river. Sometimes at home, sometimes in the Ganges river. So Krishna also, mostly then taking bath at home, in Nandagaon and Radharani in Varshana. But sometimes they will meet, and Krishna is saying to his mother, I want to go and take bath in the Jamuna with my friends. And she said, okay. And then they go, and he has sent a message before to Radharani, you come to the Yamuna tomorrow. We'll take bath there together. And Radharani also tells her mother, I want to take bath in the Jamuna today with my friends. With Lalita, Vishaka, Rupa, Rati, Manjari. Okay, you can go. And then they meet there and they take bath. So at that point, they simply wash the hands and the mouth, and then they will go. So in worship also, so we'll offer that to the Lord. And the Nachman. And then, so Krishna, he likes sweet. Krishna is a sweet boy. Madhuram, Madhur Krishna, sweet Krishna. Adaram, Madharam, Badaram, Madharam, Nayanam, Madharam, Hasita, Madharam, Ridam, Madharam, Gamaram, Madharam, Madhuraripatera, Akilam, Madhuram. 8 verses glorifying Krishna and the sweetness of Krishna. His lips are sweet. His face is sweet. His heart is sweet. He has a sweet heart. His walking is sweet. His talking is sweet. His eyes are sweet. He's smiling. He's even more sweet when he's smiling. And then his flute is sweet. His cows are sweet. The gopis are sweet. He has a gunjamala. You know gunjamala? That is a special garland made of small beads. They are red, white, and black in color. Before there were a lot of these small beads, and then they make a mala, a garland with that. And that is dear to Krishna. And then he has a beautiful Vaijanti mala made with 5 kinds of flowers. And sometimes tulsi is also included in that. So everything is sweet about Krishna. Even when he's lying down, that is sweet. When Krishna is eating, that is sweet. Everything is sweet. So when he's getting up, so he's a sweet boy, he likes to eat sweets. Malpua, Makhan Mishri, Laddu. Yeah. Therefore he's known as Laddu Gopal. And small deity is there with Krishna, with small Krishna with a laddu in the hand. So many times in the morning then he will want some sweet when he's getting up. Ma, please give me some sweet. Like small children also, they get up and they want to eat something. So Krishna also. So therefore before Mangalatik, Krishna is getting nice sweets in our temple. Rasgula, Rasmalai, Sandesh, Burfi, and Kheer. Sounds good, huh? You like sweets? Water is coming in your mouth? Yeah, here we have some sweets, no problem. We'll give you after. After the class. So Krishna is eating sweet, and then we have Mangalatik. So these are the preparations. And then, but before offering the sweets, so then, usually in elaborate worship, we wash the feet of the Lord, etat padyam. And then, again, idam hasta mukha prakshalanam, water to rinse the hand and the mouth. And then, idam achmaniyam, water for sipping. And then the bhoga is offered. So in Prabhupada, in home, of course, it is more simple. You may just wake up the deities, just with your own words. Please, Gurudev, please get up. Mahaprabhu, please get up. Krishna, Radhesham, please get up. You may just say with your own words at home. But in the temple, we have to chant some mantras. So then the bhoga is offered. So Prabhupada in the beginning said, you put the plate, the bhoga there, and you say the pranam mantra to Guru. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishthaya Bhutale, and so on. And then mantra for Mahaprabhu, Nama Mahavadanyaya. And then for Krishna, Nama Brahmane Devaya Go Brahmanitaya Cha Jagaditaya Krishnaya Govindaya Namo Namaha. Prabhupada suggested 3 times you should chant. Why 3 times? You know? Why? Why you chant 3 times? Because the mind is very much flickering. We say something and then we say, even the Maha Mantra or whatever, we chant and the mind is going here and there. So sometimes also the Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishthaya Bhutale, or what will be there for breakfast, or this devotee told me this, I have to see what I will do with this devotee. So many things may be going in the mind. I have to buy a new watch, my watch is, or a new phone. My phone is old now, I need, what is the Apple phone number 16 is the latest? 17, okay, I'm behind. 17 Pro, okay. So therefore we chant 3 times, so we hope that by chanting 3 times, at least 1 time will be okay. But if you have love, then 1 time is enough. If you don't have love yet for the Lord, then you chant 3 times. Yes. Yeah, there's a microphone, yes.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. I'm glad you raised the issue of the mantras while offering. And I've got so many questions. So please excuse
So, yeah, sure. We are there to answer the questions.
It's not often we get to ask the head Pujari. Why do we say these mantras when offering food? Because the mantras say nothing about the Buddha.
Right, you're completely right. But you see, the beginning, Prabhupada kept it simple. And he just, told them that we have to offer pranam to Guru, and you have to, these are actually pranam mantras to Guru. It is a pranam mantra to Mahaprabhu and pranam to Krishna. These are pranam mantras.
Can you explain what pranam means?
Pranam means offering respect. So these are mantras to offer respect to the spiritual master, to Mahaprabhu and Krishna, acknowledging their position. So when we take darshan, when we see the spiritual master, we're supposed to say this mantra. When we see Mahaprabhu, we should say this mantra, Nama Mahava, with folded hands. So when we see Krishna. But Prabhupada beginning, he didn't say so many details because they were new and they knew not much. So he had told them this mantra, which they have to chant when they see the deity. So he told them, you put the bhoga there, the foodstuffs, and then you chant this mantra, and then Krishna will accept. But the pujari is actually in the temple, and that is the tradition, they will say some other mantras. For example, they will say, when they are offering sweets, idam mishtana panyadikam sarvam samarpayami. And then klim krishnaya namaha. Srim ram radikaya swaha. So they will say, my dear Lord, idam mishtana panyadikam sarvam samarpayami. My dear Lord, samarpayami, I'm offering. Mishtana. I'm offering you these sweets and other things. And some water maybe. And then you say the Mula Mantra, Klim Krishnaya Namaha. I'm offering this to you. Klim Krishnaya, unto you Krishna. Namaha. So that is for you. So that is the process. And then usually also just to make it more, of course for purification, mainly of our consciousness, then sometimes the Brahmanas, they will say the mantra of the deity 8 times. Klim Krishnaya Namaha, Klim Krishnaya Namaha, like this. So in this way then it will be offered. Because again, so we have to be conscious.
And if we're worshipping Gauri-Taya, we don't have the Radha Krishna deity.
Yes. Then the mantras for Gauri-Taya.
Then why do we chant?
Nama Brahmana Devaya. Yeah, ultimately it's not needed. It is true. It's not needed actually. But in the formal worship it is done so that they understand that the deity is the Supreme Lord. It may be Mahaprabhu is the Supreme Lord and is not different from Krishna, from Radha and Krishna. But then in personal worship, which is at home, you may do more personal. And then, for example, just like Maria Yashoda, she's offering something to Krishna or the gopis. They're not folding their hands. Nama Brahmana Devaya Go Brahmani Tayacha. No, here Krishna, here you eat. Lo lala, take. And then Krishna will eat. So then at home it may be more personal, and then the devotee will say, okay, my dear Krishna, here this is for you, you eat.
We were talking about, when Krishna wakes up, he likes sweets.
Yes.
So do we assume that Gauri-Taya has the same preferences as Krishna?
Yes, mostly. But still some difference between, because Krishna, Mahaprabhu is not different from Radha and Krishna, at the same time is different also. Like for example, Nityananda. Yeah, Nityananda is not different from Balaram, but different also. Yes. So, but basically, everyone likes sweets, right? Who likes sweets? Yeah, well, Mahaprabhu likes sweets, Nityananda likes sweets, Balaram likes sweets. So much, Ranga, both arms up, very much, okay. We'll give you 2 sweets. So everyone likes sweets. And especially they mentioned the Brahmanas, they like sweets. And mainly in India, especially the Brahmanas have a nice belly. You know Madhu Mangal, Krishna's friend? He's actually a Brahmana, he's not a gop. He's not a cowboy, like the other cowboys. But he's a friend, but he's a Brahmana. He's the son of Sandipani Muni. Later on, Krishna went to Ujjain. So in the past time in his world. So he's a Brahmana. And he likes sweets, especially ladus, pastimes are there. He likes. So Krishna, he likes sweets, as explained. And Radharani, she also likes sweets. Because whatever Krishna likes, that she likes too. And Mahaprabhu also. So for example, Krishna, he likes laddu, he likes malpua, that is famous, rabri, and makhan misri, that is butter. Makhan is butter, and misri, it is kind of, it is, how we say this, sugar. Yes, so sugar crystal, and but it is made in small pieces. So Mahaprabhu, he likes the sweets also, but he's Mahaprabhu. So in Bengal, so there are other sweets there. He likes sandesh, and he likes rasmalai, rasgulla, burfi, pera also, yeah. Even Krishna likes pera. Mathura pera, famous in Mathura. And you know, Prabhupada, he also liked pera. When Prabhupada was in America, so he didn't know anybody, so they don't know this kind of sweets in America. So he actually took sannyas in Mathura. His godbrother was there, Bhakti Pagyan Keshav Maharaj, and his disciple Bhaktivedanta Narayan Maharaj. So who did the sannyas ceremony? He was the priest. So when Prabhupada went to America, many times he asked him to send some things from Mathura. And many times he told me, please send me Mathura pera. And he sent from Mathura to New York pera for Prabhupada. And sometimes some katal, some deities. So Mahaprabhu, so he likes, and he got one Govardhan Chila one time from Sanatana Goswami when Sanatana Goswami was here. And he gave to Raghunath Goswami and he told him you should offer, and he told that Giriraj is Sakshat Brajendra Nandan Krishna. He's directly Krishna. And he told him he should offer sandesh, because Mahaprabhu also he likes sandesh. So he told him to offer to Govardhan Chila to Krishna sandesh. And then also, for example, other things, there are fruits. So Krishna has a fruit which he likes the most. You know which one? Why he likes mango? So yeah, mango is nice fruit. No, chiku. That is Krishna's favorite food is chiku. You know the chiku fruit? No? The Indians, they know it's a brown color, this big. This big. So Krishna likes this fruit, and Radharani likes plum. So Krishna also, Mahaprabhu also likes chiku and plum, but he likes one other fruit even more. These are the bananas. He likes bananas. So we should offer also what the Lord likes. We also, especially in the temple, at home sometimes you have to offer what the family likes. The wife has to offer what the husband likes, and then what the children like. But if you have goni Thai and you see bananas, then you should buy bananas and give them to Mahaprabhu. So he likes bananas. Oh, nice banana. Yes? Jagannath is Krishna. He likes sweets also. Yeah. Laddu and malpua. And sweet rice everyone likes. Mahaprabhu, Krishna, everyone likes sweet rice. Everyone likes sweet rice here? Yeah. You don't like sweet rice? No? Oh, what do you like? Laddu? Sandesh? Halwa? Gulab jam, okay. Yeah. So we offer what Krishna likes, so these are, so that is mentioned also, what Krishna likes. Then, so the offering is done, and then after that we have the Mangalatik. So in the temple at 4:30, at home whenever possible. In the temple, then you offer incense, ghee lamp, and so on, as explained yesterday also, the water. And should be done very nicely, not too fast and not too slow. We do the Atik. And when you offer the incense, or with the hand first to the feet, and then to the navel, and then the whole body, then you move the whole arm. Yes.
Why do we have to stand on a grass mat?
Yes, when we are doing puja, we always have to be on an asana that is mentioned in the scriptures.
So it's an asana.
Yeah, it is an asana. It may be with kusha grass, or it may be cloth also. Cloth asana. So that is there when we worship. While standing for doing atik, and while doing puja sitting down, we sit on the asana. That is mentioned also in the scriptures.
Why is it important? Why is it important to be on an asana?
Why it is important to be on an asana? Well, you see, the thing is also the pujari, so he's to be respected, and because he's doing the very important seva of the Lord. So therefore, the asana is offered to the pujari also. And, and usually also the asana is worshipped, especially when we do the puja. So we offer respect to the earth, and then we offer respect to the asana, and that will help us also to be fixed. And for example, the kusha grass, that is considered to be pure, that is never contaminated. And for example, the wool of the sheep, that is also not contaminated. So that helps in the consciousness, to keep the proper consciousness. And it is a little soft, so it is more comfortable also.
Sorry, just a question on the wool of the sheep. Even if it's still on the skin of the sheep.
No, well, yeah, it is always pure. It is always pure according to scriptures. But then, of course, we cut, and then we can use the wool even to make gamsha, and that is considered always clean, always pure. 4 things: kusha, and the wool, fire. Fire is always pure. And what else? Huh? Silk, yeah, silk also. Yeah. Of course, other things may be there also, but specifically that is mentioned in Hari Bhakti Vilas by Sanatana Goswami. Even it is mentioned the wool of the sheep, you may go to the bathroom and it doesn't get contaminated, according to the scriptures. But still, usually then the devotees will wash also after some time. Even the silk cloth, you can wear that for, it is mentioned, 2 weeks. You can wear the silk cloth, it does not get contaminated. Of course, usually we don't go with the silk cloth when we're doing the worship in the bathroom, we don't eat with that cloth. But you can keep it on the shelf and use it every morning for the puja. You can keep it for 2 weeks. Of course, unless it is very hot and you're sweating like anything, then the sweat will go in there, then it is advisable to clean.
When worshipping at home, when is it required to take bath before, touching
Yes. So, yes, usually it is mentioned Prata Snan, that is a regulative principles. In the morning time you have to take a bath after getting up. And then you can do the worship of the Lord in the temple and at home. So Mangalatik is there. We have to have Mangalatik either in the temple or at home. That is a regulative principles for those who want to advance in spiritual life. And and then you can do the worship. So when you clean, because the Lord is always pure, so therefore when you worship the Lord, you must be pure also as much as possible. So external cleanliness by taking bath, putting on fresh clothes, and by chanting mantras. Then you become purified in consciousness, and then you can approach the Supreme Pure, the Supreme Lord, and worship Him. Now, yes.
If we eat during the day,
Yes.
or we have to go to the toilet,
Yes.
must we then take a shower before touching the deities or offering over to the deities?
Yes, yes. So in the temple, usually the principle is that when you go on the altar to serve the Lord, you have to take bath in the temple. Except in the winter, for example, if it is very cold and you have to eat something in the morning, and then you have to do the Rajbhog offering, for example. So it is not good for digestion if you take bath right after eating. So then you may change your cloth. You wash your hands and your feet, and you change your cloth. And then you can even go on the altar, according to the scriptures. At home, you have to be more practical, and many times it is not possible to take so much bath at home and for the family members. So then they may just do achman for purification, and then they may do an offering to the deities also. So at home you can be more relaxed. You don't have to be so strict at home, because mostly it is not possible to be so strict at home, especially if children are there and they are not so clean many times.
Sorry, in the basic achman.
Basic achman, yes. Purification 3 times. Om Narayanaya Namaha, Om Madha. So purify your hands, and then you take water in the right hand. Usually it is mentioned 3 drops, and usually you're supposed to take half only. And when you drink the water, you should not make any noise. Sometimes you hear. No, you should be quiet. You just take a little water. So 3 times. That is the Sadharan Achman, the ordinary Achman, and then is Vishesh Achman, the special Achman, for special pujaris, for big pujaris, the big temples. Then you touch different parts of the body and you say in the name of the Lord. Yeah, but there's more than that. There are 24 names in the Vishesh Achman. Yes? Microphone?
So is this standard, which is not so strict also if you have to worship a Shalagam Shila or a Govardhan Shila?
Yes, actually, if you have Govardhan Shila and Shaligram Shila, only needed is 1 puja in the day. That is in the morning time before you eat. When you're clean and before you eat, then you do the puja of Govardhan or Shaligram Shila. One seva that is there in the morning. The puja, the bathing of the deity and of the Shaligram or Govardhan Shila, and then decorating, or it may be elaborate Padya, Argya, Achman, Maruparka, and so on. So that is once in a day, and that is sufficient for the Lord. But usually then the devotees, they are thoughtful, and then they will wake up the Govardhan Shila also, they will wake up the Shaligram, and night time they will put them to rest also. But then in a simple way, but then 1 puja is sufficient for Govardhan Shila or Shaligram Shila.
And so if you cook also if you offer bhoga for a large time. So how is the standard there?
For the Govardhana Shaligram,
Yeah.
yeah, then you do Achman and you may offer. Yeah, in simple way. You do Achman for purification, then you can chant Om Tad Vishnu Paramam Param Sada Pashyanti Suryo. Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. And there's one mantra, I don't know if you know, a simple mantra, because sometimes we cannot chant so many mantras like, pranam mantra for Guru Garanga Krishna. When you wake up or you do some offering, or then there's one mantra which is well known, which is very simple. You can repeat after me and you can learn. Gurave, Gauratraya, Radhikayai, Tadalaye, Krishnaya, Krishna Bhaktaya, Tad Bhaktaya, Namo Namaha. So very simple. And everyone is included, Guru, Garanga, Krishna, Radharani and all the devotees in one simple mantra. So that you may learn and you may recite.
So at home actually the devotees doesn't have duties.
Okay, mic. Here, take the mic.
So at homes the devotees doesn't have duties if they have photo frames.
Yes.
So how they worship that?
So if you don't have deities and you have photos, how to worship? In the similar way, like for example, you can do Mangalatik for the pictures, or you can do simple puja. You may not be able, you cannot bathe and dress the picture, but you can offer Panchopachar puja, 5 items, some chandan, some flowers, incense, and ghee lamp, and some bhoga. That you can offer. In this way you can do puja at home, to the picture also. Chanda means sandalwood paste. Yeah.
So before entering the altar, so we offer to like wake up spiritual master. So if we are initiated, so first we need to wake up our spiritual master and directly see the Prabhupada.
Now when you initiate it, first you wake up your spiritual master and then Prabhupada.
But we were like the Shaina Arati time, Pujaris doesn't give their spiritual masters like photo or murti.
Huh?
So Shaina Arati, so before going to close the altar, so Pujaris will keep spiritual master's photo or murti. It is necessary.
In the temple. Yeah, in the temple, so we have to have the picture of the spiritual master, usually. And then we show respect to him, we offer flowers to him, and with his permission we do the artik to the Lord. And then we may show to the spiritual master also. That is the rule, usually. Yes. But you may also, sometimes, you may have the picture also separately and take permission from the spiritual master, and then you may do artik. If in the temple Prabhupada is there and then the Guru Parampara, and so then the spiritual masters or disciples of Prabhupada, or then the grand disciples who then become spiritual master also, they may not be prominent, so you don't have to have the picture there on the altar also. But you may remember him, or you may have to decide the picture. But usually the rule is that you have the photo of the spiritual master also, and you offer flowers and you offer respect to him. Okay? Yes?
Prabhuji, you said when we wake up, we should offer respects to Mother Earth.
Yes, also.
What is the mantra there?
Well, there may be different mantras that may be there for Mother Earth. But most important actually is that you offer obeisances to Guru, Gauranga, and Radha Krishna, to our Ishtadev. But you can offer prayer to Mother Earth also. If you are in Vrindavan, you say you offer pranam to Vrindavan Dham. And then different mantras may be there. Or you may just do the Jaikar. Jaikar means just calling out the name, Prithvi Devi Ki Jai, all glory to Prithvi Devi, or Vrindavan Dham Ki Jai, That is known as Jaikar. In simple way. But in elaborate worship, then different mantras may be there. For the earth or for Vrindavan Dham may be chanted. Okay? Yes, and then of course the puja that we'll explain tomorrow because it is already, or you wanted to hear something about puja. First we'll say something about the other sevas during the day. So the main worship is the abhishek, the bathing and the dressing, the decoration of the deity. That we'll explain a little more elaborately tomorrow. At the end, now maybe we'll try to say a few words. And then, so after that, the next offering is the breakfast for Krishna or for Mahaprabhu. So, according to the pastimes of the Lord, the biggest meal is in the morning, because Krishna will be going out to the pasturing ground, so he has a nice breakfast. And also Mahaprabhu is out after breakfast almost whole day with his friends, chanting the holy names, discussing about Krishna, going to the Ganges, maybe taking a bath at noontime. So the main meal is in the morning. But in temple worship, because the deities are seen as the Supreme Lord, and there's opulence there, and also for practical reason, then the main offering is at noontime. That is known as Rajbhog and Rajbhog Artik. And in the morning there's a nice breakfast, but more simple. But in the spiritual world, the biggest offering is in morning time. Like 8 o'clock, 8:15, Krishna is taking a nice breakfast. Rohini is cooking something, but mostly Radharani, she's cooking the most preparations. And whatever Krishna likes. And every day she has a new preparation. Yeah. So, like for example, here we offer khichdi, and then we have one sabji, sometimes two sabji, halwa, puris, one sweet, some fruit salad, and some milk, and of course water is there. There's a song by Bhaktivinoda Thakur, which is about Bhoga Artik, which usually they will chant at noontime. Bhajabhakata vatsalasi gaura hari. So he goes to Bihari. So that is famous song. So, but that is actually the morning time. Whatever is mentioned there, that is for morning time. But because the biggest offering is at noon time in the temple, so in Gaudiya Math they will chant at noon time. And for example, in Mayapur and some places they will sing this song also at noon time, because many preparations are there. But in the spiritual world, the big offering, that is actually in the morning. So whatever is described in this song, that is in the morning time, which is offered to Krishna. So many preparations. Sweet preparations, and then salty preparations, different vegetables, and paratha or puri. And so Krishna takes a nice breakfast. So that is from actually 6 o'clock till 8:24 around. That is when Krishna is taking his bath. That is known as Prata Lila, the morning pastime. That we'll explain more tomorrow. And then 8:24 till 10:48, that is known as Purvana Lila. That is before noon. Purva Ana. Ana refers to noon time. So forenoon pastime, that is 8:24 till 10:48. So 8:15, 8:30, so Krishna is taking his breakfast. So at that time in the temple, offering is there, and there's a small attic there. offering incense, flower, and the chamara and the peacock fan. And then after, so Krishna is taking his breakfast, and Krishna's friends are there. Subal, Kinkini, Madhumangal, and so on. They're calling, Krishna, Krishna! It's time to take out the cows and the calves. And Krishna is eating. Oh yeah, I'm just coming. I'm coming. Mother Yashoda, no, you didn't eat much. You'll be whole day out, you have to eat more. Like small children, they want to play. They're not so much interested in eating. But the mother, no, you have to eat. And the friends are calling, let's go and play. So the cowboys also, they have the cows and the calves, but actually they are mostly also interested in playing. They have so many games they're playing. The cowboys and Krishna. And by the way, they're taking care of the cows very easily. And because the cows, they love Krishna, they will not go far away. They always say Krishna. 900,000 cows and calves all around. And then they're going. So Krishna is saying, I have to go now. Maria Yashoda is saying, no. But then Krishna is eating. He says, oh, Ma, I'm so full, I cannot eat more. And sometimes he has eaten so nicely, he's taking a little rest before going out. Like 10 minutes, a little nap, and then he's going out. Sometimes Maria Yashoda is saying, no, you just stay at home, because she has so much love. She doesn't want Krishna to go out. But then Nanda Baba is saying, no, he's a gopi, he's a cowboy, he has to go and take care of the cows and the calves. And then Maria Yashoda is looking, Krishna is going, and she's looking. Till she doesn't see Krishna anymore. But she has given a lunch bag for his lunch. Something is there, lunch bag, some things are there. And then after some times, when they're there playing and then pasturing grounds, and then the boys are asking, Krishna, what did Maria Yashoda give you in your lunch bag? Please show me. And Krishna is opening, and then, oh, that looks nice, that's sweet. Can I try? And Krishna said, yeah, here, you try. What your mother has made. Let me see. And Krishna is trying also, and this way they're changing. And then suddenly Krishna is saying, oh, I have to go somewhere. I'm just coming back in 5 minutes. You know that in India, मैं आ रहा हूँ 10 minutes में. I'm coming in 10 minutes. But Krishna is coming after more than 3 hours. So usually the time span is there, like 2 hours and 24 minutes. Like the different pastime is there. Purvana Lila, Nishanta Lila, Purvana, Prata Lila. There's always 2 hours and 24 minutes. But Krishna is saying, I have to go somewhere. I'm just now coming back. You just play with each other. Okay, Krishna, no problem. And Krishna is going to Radhakund to meet with Radharani and the gopis. And that time is known as Madhyana Leela, because Krishna, he likes everyone. But he likes the gopis the most, because they like him the most. And they have the most love for Krishna. They're most beautiful. Their love is most wonderful. So Krishna is staying the double amount of time with the gopis, 4 hours and 48 minutes. From 10:48 till 3:36, that is known as Madhyana Leela. 4 hours and 48 minutes is there. So he's going to Radhakund. The friends, they don't know. Maria Yashoda, she doesn't know. Only the gopis know. And only the gopis in Radharani's group, like the other gopis, Chandravali, and the Pakshi gopis, rival gopis, they don't know. They cannot go there. In Radhakund, only Radharani and her gopis are there, and they perform pastimes at noontime.
Probably why only that specific time, 2 hours 24?
2 hours 24, that is, yeah. Ashtakali Alila. The day is divided in 8 parts. So, that is by ultimately. And the specific time is given 2 hours and 24 minutes. Very precise and very perfect. Krishna is perfect and his pastimes are perfect. And so So the noon time is double the time. So, I mean, we have 24 hours and somehow it has to be divided. So Krishna, by Krishna's arrangement, so the different times are given. It's divided in 8 parts. If you divide 24 in 8, it makes how much? 3 hours, right? You need a calculator for that. 24 in 8 makes 3 hours without calculator. So, but then, because Krishna wants to spend more time with the gopis, so he's arranging that noon time when he's with the gopis at night time. When everyone is sleeping, Krishna is with the gopis. Again, that is also the double amount. So Krishna is very fast. You need the calculator to divide 24 by 8, which is very easy. But Krishna is super fast. So he divided the 24 hours which are there into 8 also, but 6 are a certain time and 2 are a certain time. So Krishna just quickly, 2 hours 24, 2 hours 24, 2 hours 24, and 4 hours and 48 minutes. And again in the afternoon and night time, done in 1 second. Perfect Krishna, Yogeshwar, mystic. Perfect and complete and very fast. Wonderful Krishna, Adbhut Krishna, Achintya, inconceivable. That is Krishna. Okay? So then he's spending time there, and in the temple, so we have Rajbhog offering and Rajbhog Artik. In the temple, because it is with some awe and reverence, just like Vishnu. Vishnu in Vaikuntha, he has his big meal at noontime. But Krishna has his big meal in the morning. In noontime, he's with the gopis, and then he has a little snack there in the afternoon. They're offering him something. And then they have water pastimes in Radhakund. They splash each other with water and Shamakund. There's a jewel there, a swing also. They're swinging there also, almost every day. And sometimes they play with dice, some game with dice. So many things are there, games are there. They play together, Krishna and the gopis. Sometimes the gopis are stealing Krishna's flute. And Krishna is running after the gopis, after one gopi and this gopi. So wonderful pastimes, and Krishna is taking pleasure. But then he has to go back. So Madhyana Lila 10:48 till 3:36, and an Aparana Lila, afternoon pastime, Krishna is going back, telling the gopas, okay, I'm back. Okay, yes, fine. The time passed, but they didn't notice. And they were just playing with the other boys and taking care of the cows and calves. And then Krishna is back, and then they're playing a little bit more together, and then it's time to go back. And Krishna is playing the flute, and then all the cows, they're coming. Sometimes one cow is missing, 900,000 cows. Krishna knows all the names of all the cows. They all have a name. And then he's missing, one cow is missing, a white one, Hangsi. Then he's calling, Hangsi, Hangsi. And then she's running towards Krishna, because Krishna is calling her. And then they're going back. So and then evening, 6 o'clock till 8:24, Shayam Lila, the dawn pastime, evening time. So Krishna is returning home. And so in the afternoon, of course, noontime, we put the deities to rest. After Rajbhog, Krishna ate nicely, so in the temple he has to take some rest, because the pujaris that need to take some rest also. After Rajbhog, okay, Aram ka mamla, we need to take some rest. But Krishna at noontime is in Radhakund with the gopis. You think he will take rest? No, he's not taking rest. Sometimes in play, he's lying down. And then the gopis, oh, look at Krishna, he's so beautiful. And he's pretending like he's sleeping, but he's listening what the gopis are saying. And for 5 minutes, and then he's getting up. And Mahaprabhu also is with his friends at the bank of the Ganges, chanting the holy names. He's also not sleeping. But in the temple, the Lord is there, and the pujaris need some rest. The temple has to be clean, so we put the deities to rest. But actually, they're not sleeping. But in the seva, so now in the morning, first we wake up Guru, then Gauranga, and then Krishna. When you put to rest, first Krishna, then Gauranga, and then the Guru. And there's a mantra also. Agacha Shainastam Priyavisa Keshava Divi Pushparasainam Sukham Viramadava. So, but you may say with your own words. And then again after we wake up the deities, Guru, Garanga, Krishna, and then we offer some sweets and fruit and a small atik. And then the next is Sandhya Bhoganatik. So Krishna is going back at 6 o'clock. And when he's coming home, so Maria Yashoda is saying, Krishna, now you have to take bath because you were playing whole day. You're covered with dust, full of dust. So but Krishna is always pure. And the dust of Braj is also pure. But still, he has to take a bath. And then he is changing his clothes. And therefore actually Prabhupada in America, because Prabhupada knew all these things, the pastimes. In New York, big temple, Los Angeles, big temple, and New Vrindavan, big temple. In these three places, every day in the afternoon, they used to change the dress of the deities. I was in New York for a visit, supposed to be there for 1 month, but they needed pujari, they asked me to stay. I was there for 3 years, worshipping Radha Govinda. So I was dressing the deities morning, afternoon, evening, and doing 5 artics a day, because they didn't have many pujaris. Yes,
New York and
Los Angeles.
that's the same standard here.
No, here not possible. Because here so many visitors. Every day, thousands of people. You cannot do that here. No. Only in America. New York, Los Angeles, and New Vrindavan. But even after, actually I was there in New York, and after I left, then not many pujaris, even in LA, they don't do that anymore. Only on Sunday afternoon for the feast.
So here we change the dress of the deities
Morning and nighttime. Nighttime also. But in New York, they were doing morning, afternoon, and night.
That's the standard around the world, is to change twice.
Yeah, morning and night. Yes.
All installed deities,
Yes.
except for those three.
Yeah.
Would you maybe please explain the difference between installed and uninstalled deities?
Between installed and uninstalled deities. Yes. So there's an installation known as Pran Pratishta. Pran means the life, Pratishta means to establish life in the deity. So, because the deities, so they are made of, for example, marble, stone, wood, or even gold or silver. So the sculptor is he's making the deities, so of these elements. So Krishna becomes present to some extent, because he has made them. But then deities are made, so Krishna is present to some extent, but not fully. So if the deities are not installed, then it's just like some picture or some painting is there. But then when the spiritual master, the advanced devotee is doing the ceremony, Pran Pratishta, is begging or is praying to Krishna to please manifest in the deity fully. And then so Krishna will be present. And so there's a process there, and those who have experience, so they will see that Krishna slowly but surely become fully manifest. Because a few ceremonies are there. Like, for example, first, Shilpi dosh snanam. There's a dosh, there's a fault in the person making the deity, because sometimes they're putting the foot on the deity and then they're hammering with the hammer and the chisel to make the deity. So it's a kind of uncomfortable, right? So therefore Krishna is not fully manifest, but is manifest, the form is there, because the person who has made them according to instructions of the scriptures, the spiritual master, so he becomes manifest. But then the deity is bathed with the 5 elements of the cow, Panchagavya, milk, yogurt, ghee, cow dung and cow urine. There's a process and chanting mantras. And then netron milanam, so opening the eyes, and by chanting mantras and offering some substances. And then Shain Adivas Seva, then that is the day before putting the deities to rest. And some small worship is there, and then praying to the Lord to manifest, and then waking up the deity next morning. And in this way the Lord becomes, because of the seva, because of the desire of the pure devotee, Krishna is slowly but surely but manifesting. Because he wants to see the endeavor and the sincerity. And then the bathing is there, an elaborate worship, then the yaga is there, so the Lord will manifest fully. And then after that the deities are dressed, and then there's a pram pratishtha. So the spiritual master, he will call Krishna to be present, and then some mantras are chanted also. And then offering of bhoga is there, and then after the first artik is there. And then you will see there's a difference when the deities are not installed and the deities are installed. You will see the difference if you are taking part, if you are sensitive devotee. So there's a difference there. So when a pure devotee is there, then Krishna is fully manifest. So if the devotee is not so pure, then maybe Krishna is also not so fully manifest, but is manifest to some extent. And then by the sincerity, so Krishna may manifest fully also. So when the pure devotee is doing the ceremony, then Krishna will be manifested.
So if we're worshipping at home,
Yes.
we're not going to install the deity.
At home you may, well usually if you have deities it is nice to install them. Yes, at home also. Even you may do the seva simple, but still it is nice. The deities are there to be installed. And then it is a commitment. And then the exchange will be there and more benefit is there when the deities are installed. If they're not installed, you may do the seva, you may not do. You may be serious or you may not be so serious. And therefore then the reciprocation will also not be as much. But when the deities are there, established, then the commitment will be there. And then the exchange will be more complete.
But installed deities can't be moved, right?
The installed deities?
They can't be moved.
Well, in the temple they have never moved, but at home you can move the installed deities also, no problem. Yeah. This chal vigraha, achal vigraha. Moving deity and non-moving deity. The big deities are non-moving. They are, because they're big, be made stable. But then the small ones are there. They are known as Utsav Vigraha, Vijay Vigraha. So they are moving. We bathe them. We bring them to the Snan Prata. We put them to rest. We bring them on procession. So they are the moving Vigraha, the moving form. But the big deities, they are non-moving. Okay? So at home usually they are moving. They're wandering around.
Is there a simplified process to install the deity at home?
Yeah, it may be done in a simple way also. But preferably if an advanced devotee is there, then the Krishna is more present. And it may be done in a simple way. The pure devotee may be there and he may just ask Krishna to be present. And then it is done. But then usually there's a ceremony, bathing the deities, dressing the deities, and then a nice offering is there, and you invite the devotees, and kirtan is there. But the presence of a pure devotee is most important. And then by his requesting Krishna to be present, then Krishna is present. And also, afterwards, the deity is installed by a pure devotee like Prabhupada. And then Krishna is fully manifest. But then, the pujari also, who is doing the seva, he must have the proper consciousness and he must do the seva nicely. Then the reciprocation is there. Otherwise, not much. Whereas a deity may not be installed for some reasons in some place, but if the pure devotee is there, then Krishna is reciprocating. A pure devotee can see Krishna anywhere and any time.
Are we talking about the small deities two pairs of Utsav deities on your altars.
Radhesham. That is only for the month of Kartik. Yeah, Radha Madhava there, these are the deities of Bhaktivinoda Thakur. Original deities of Bhaktivinoda Thakur's family. So they're coming, since 25 years, they're coming here every Kartik for 1 month. Yes.
They're the ones on the left.
They're on Shamasunda side, yes. Yes, small deities. Yeah.
Bhaktivinoda Thakur's original.
Yes, yes, family deities. Very special. Hare Krishna, yes. Yes.
So Prabhuji, so at home, like we install the deities. Sometimes devotees travel, like
Yes.
when they comes to Vrindavan and
Yes.
also, like a long time, like 5 days, 1 week or 10 days. So what is the procedure?
What is the procedure for the deities?
Deities, so they can't able to worship daily and they can't take it with them.
Mhm.
So how we need to worship them?
The worship should never be stopped. When the deities are installed, the deities should always be worshipped. It should never stop.
For that,
So you should take the deities with you, if possible. If not, you should give to somebody to take care of the deities.
like that we can give to some other.
Yeah, but the deities worship should never be stopped. Okay? Yes, there's one question behind.
What about if someone gives us a present, like for example biscuits? They are of course pure veg, but of course this one we cannot offer in the altar. But if we have deities at home, can we offer that?
Some biscuit.
Because they're not made by hands, like maybe they just.
Well, usually, like in the temple, so we usually don't offer things from outside. Yeah. And at home also, as much as possible, it's best to use things from outside, as much as possible. At the same time, sometimes you have to be practical, and for example, the children, they want some biscuits, or they have to go to school, and you have to give them some biscuits or something. Then sometimes it may be done at home. But better to do everything yourself as much as possible. Yeah. Okay. Any other question? Yes. Take the mic.
Just wanted to ask that in the temple truly is a pran pratishtha, right?
In the temple, big deities are prampratish. They are installed, yes.
Yes. So, but when we do seva like Abhishek and Shana,
Yes.
we do a little bit of small
Yes.
small murtis.
Yes, but they also installed use of murtis.
But big deities are not being there or
No, no,
Abhishek is not being done.
no,
Right?
no. The big deities you don't bathe, but wipe them with a cloth. But therefore we have the small deities because we cannot bathe the big deities, so we bathe the small deities. That is the reason why we have small deities. And we cannot put the deities down to rest. So therefore we have the small deities. Utsa Vigraha, Vijay Vigraha. For that purpose they are there. To do the seva to the big deities, through the small deities we are doing the seva. Okay? Yes.
So, what is your advice? Because if we invite the Lord at home,
Yes.
then there's obviously it's more special. The Lord is
Right, right. And it's more responsibility.
but there's a greater risk that you might create offenses.
It may be there, yeah.
So there's a trade-off, right?
Yeah, but you have to be positive and see there's more benefit than risk. And Krishna is very merciful.
So just
You're a householder,
yeah,
you have children, so it's a big responsibility, right? It's a big risk also. But it is more positive. If you're positive and you take it up and you try your best to raise the child,
like
But it's a big responsibility, and
like wearing shoes in the room. The children, their friends come and play,
yeah,
you know,
what to do?
so many things that can go wrong, right?
Yeah. Same with the deities also, it is true, yeah, you have to be careful, but Krishna is very merciful also. He's more merciful than the parents.
So Goranitai and offences.
Yes.
Can you please explain sort of what the limit is?
Yes, of course, yeah. It is mentioned Gonitai are more merciful than Radha and Krishna. So more expected for those who are worshipping Radha Krishna. At the same time, still you have to be a person in good standing, otherwise also Mahaprabhu will not be happy. And Nityananda Prabhu. Although they are very merciful, but still, some requirement is there. And like Goradam, the abode of Mahaprabhu, so there are less offenses there. But still, if you do some nonsense in Navadvip, you will have to suffer also. If you act like a dog, in Navadvip, you will become a dog also in Navadvip. There is no excuse. But it's Mahaprabhu and the Navadvip Dham is more merciful than Krishna and Krishna's Dham. That is there according to scriptures. But that doesn't allow you to do something which is not right. And you have to try to be a good devotee. Proper behavior should be there, sadachar.
Will you be speaking about putting the deities
To rest?
yeah, at home?
Yeah, we'll just do now. Okay? I'll talk now because we have to go throughout the day and night. So Krishna has come back, and so then he's taking bath, and then afterwards the evening meal is there. So that is from 6 till 8:24 Shaim Leela. And that is then at pastime. Rohini is cooking, Maria Yashoda something. Radharani is cooking at home. She's not coming to Nandagaon. And sending with some of the gopis, her friends, sending some items for Krishna. And then afterwards, so that is Pradosh Leela 8:24 till 10:48. So after the evening meal, previously also and in the past time, there's some dramatical performances there. Some jokers are there. Some entertainment is there for Krishna and Balaram. And so that is there. And so in the evening, offering and artik is there, and then shine, bhog and artik is there, and then, so we put the deities to rest. And Krishna is going to take rest. Maria Yashoda is saying, Krishna, now it's time to take rest. And like children, they don't want to take rest early. And then Krishna is saying, no, Ma, please tell some story. They want to hear some story. Of course, now there's the mobile, there are no need of storytelling. But previously, it was there. The children, they want to hear some story. You wanted to hear story in your childhood? So then the father, mother, the grandfather is telling some story. So Krishna is telling, Maria Yashoda, please tell some story. Okay, then she's reading about Nrsingadev. So, of course, Hiranyakashipu and Prahlad, and how Hiranyakashipu is torturing Prahlad, and Krishna is listening. And at one point, so she's reading, so Hiranyakashipu is asking Prahlad, so where is your Lord? Prahlad is saying, the Lord is everywhere. He's in my heart also and in your heart. And Hiranyakashipu, now what are you talking nonsense? There's no Lord in my heart. No, he's everywhere. Oh, he's everywhere. He's in the pillar. And Prahlad, yes. So she's reading, and Krishna, listening. And then Hiranyakashipu is taking out the sword, and then he's hitting the pillar. So she's reading. And then Krishna is jumping up and making roar, a roar like Nrsingadev. And Maria Yashoda, what is happening? How Krishna knows about Nrsingadev appearing? But then she becomes suddenly very tired, yoga nidra. Oh, I'm so tired, Krishna. My eyes are closing. Yoga Maya is there. And Maria Shodi becomes tired. And Krishna is saying, I'm also tired, I'm going to sleep. Maria Shodi is sleeping. Krishna Balaram going to bed. Everyone is sleeping. You know the doorkeepers are there. Chokidar in India, famous. They work during the day. Nighttime they work also to get more money. But they are tired, so they're sleeping half of the time. That's why Prabhupada put a bell, ringing every hour. One main reason was to keep up the chokidars at night. One time it was midnight, Prabhupada a Swiss watch. Servant is sleeping, Prabhupada is translating. 12 o'clock, no ringing of the bell. Calling the servant, get up! What happened, Prabhupada? The chokidar is sleeping. How you know, Prabhupada? He didn't ring the bell. Wake him up. So everyone is sleeping. So in Braj also, everyone is sleeping. There is no need of chokidar, but still there's a chokidar, a doorkeeper. So everyone is sleeping and Krishna is going out, looking outside. So nobody's seeing. And he had given a message to Radharani, where to meet at night time, and then they meet at night time. So we put the deities to rest. Actually, before we take rest, then we put the deities to rest. First Krishna, then Mahaprabhu, and then the spiritual master. And one important thing, whenever you do seva, after the seva, you have to beg forgiveness from the Lord. Because one is in conditioned state, there's every chance that one is committing some offense. In thinking, in speaking, or in acting. Manasik, vachik, or kaik aparad. So we have to guard against this. So therefore we chant mantra hinam, kriya hinam, bhakti hinam, janadana, yapujita mahadeva paripurnam tadashta. My dear Lord, kindly forgive me for any offenses I have done. Please accept whatever service I have done. Although I didn't chant nicely the mantra, I didn't do the seva nicely, and I don't have any bhakti, but please accept it. So that we have to say, with our own words also, my dear Lord, if I committed any offense, please forgive me. So that should be done. Yes.
So putting the deity to rest at home,
Yes.
right? The deity standing,
Yes.
the jewelry on,
Yes.
but the same dress, and
Yes.
you change the dress once a week.
Yes, then you don't worry, you do manasa puja, you do mentally. You put the deities mentally to rest.
So what I was doing was taking off the jewelry, taking off the...
Yeah, that you can do also. Yeah, that is fine. At home you have to be practical. It should be, the seva should be an inspiration. It should not become a burden. So at home you can keep it simple. And Krishna is understanding. Krishna in the temple is demanding that the pujaris are doing the seva nicely. No nonsense. But at home Krishna is understanding the householders, they're busy. They cannot do so much seva. So Krishna is more lenient at home.
And it's okay to leave the deity standing.
Yeah, no problem. No, by meditation you ask Krishna to take rest. And then he's taking rest, but he's getting up anyhow to meet the gopis, right, at night time. So why are you worried? He said, okay, I'm taking rest. But then you're taking rest and Krishna is up and he's going to meet the gopis. And Mahaprabhu also. Mahaprabhu, at 8:30, we do 7 o'clock or 6:30 Atik. Why? Early, because you have to take rest by 10. But Mahaprabhu's Atik is there at Shivasangas at 8:30. At the 9 o'clock they start the kirtan. First dancing and chanting very softly for 1 hour. At 10 o'clock, chanting and dancing a little more widely. At 12 o'clock it is like a mad dance. And Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. And tears are coming from the eyes like torrents of rain. And until 1 o'clock, and then everyone is tired. And Mahaprabhu is seeing everyone is tired, okay, he slows down. Okay, it's time to take rest. Then they do go home, so they sleep for 2 hours, they take rest for 2 hours. And they dream about Krishna. And Krishna also 1 o'clock, 1:30 is taking rest, dreaming about Radharani, and Radharani dreaming about Krishna. But we have to take rest at 10 o'clock and get up at 4, right? Or 3:30 or 3. So therefore we put the deities to rest at this time, but actually they're not sleeping much, hardly sleeping. That is the situation. So don't worry too much, they're not sleeping much. But you need to sleep, you do take rest, no problem.
And what if we're traveling? Like now I'm in the down.
Yes.
The deities are at home.
Where?
In South Africa.
Okay, and somebody's serving them? Oh, well, they should be served. So you have children. When you're going here and there, you left your children at home without giving them something to eat? No, what you were doing?
They're with their mother.
They're with the mother, right? So the deities,
It's a different house.
it's a problem, but they're taken care of, right? The children. Yeah, I mean, you don't let, okay, I'm going, kids, I'm coming back after 1 week, and they don't have anything to eat. It doesn't work like that. So the deities also, they're there. Especially when they're installed, the seva has to go on every day. You take them with you, or you give them to somebody else. Like when you have children, so responsibility is there. You cannot leave them at home when you're going somewhere. You have to take them with you or give them to the grandmother or grandfather or the neighbors to take care. So same with the deities. Even more important, the deities. You should be given more care than your own children. Okay? Okay, so the Ratri Leela, so 10:48 till 3:36. Again, double the time because Krishna wants to spend more time with the gopis. And Mahaprabhu also is dancing a lot. And he's remembering always Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Okay, we stop here. Any more questions? Tomorrow. And tomorrow we'll speak about the puja. Okay? Fine? Anyone want some sweet? Sweet, yeah? Okay, you can come here, we'll give you some Mahaprasad.